See, well, Pete's here too, but you can't see there. There is his hand right there. We're gonna get it off
Wow,
going.
wow, wow.
Oh, wait.
Wait, what happened?
No, keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah, put it.
All right, so issue 157, ComiCentric. I mean, we're trying shit out. Oh my. So we're trying a lot of things, and this is like I guess a test.
Oh.
There you go.
So is that what
Yeah,
is that we're gonna have puppets now?
Puppets. You want it?
Have puppets?
Well, before I make a fool of myself,
Uh-huh.
you're not publishing the video portion, right? Just the audio?
Just the audio portion of it.
Okay.
This is just because we want to see your pretty face.
Yay.
Nice.
So I can just I can act a fool.
Yeah, totally.
So long as I'm miming it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it, with the video too. It's fine.
Yeah, no, the whole thing.
Well, yeah, no, but I can mime things and the audience won't be the wiser.
That's true.
Totally.
That's true.
Totally. The thing is, I mean, eventually, yeah, we'll get like people in here that we want to put like on video, but like this is kind of like a test, and so far we failed.
Sure was.
Yeah. The people that don't know, we were trying for about an hour almost trying to figure it out.
Has it? Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like,
what? Half an hour.
Yeah, like half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a test, we're trying it out, and eventually I'll figure it out. I'll figure out. I'm guessing maybe a setting is broken and it's just not passing through the audio from the computer to the what do you call this thing? Mixer, yeah.
Yeah. So right now, you don't have your headphones on anymore.
No. I just took them off.
Do you have the mics on at all?
No, we could pretend. We could be like.
Yeah. There you go. Emotional support mics.
Yeah, emotional
support. What's the deal with?
What's the deal with that? So, I mean, like hearing you in my headphones, it sounds fine. It sounds.
That's clear.
It sounds good. So
you sound good too here. That's no problem, and it's coming through my computer's speakers.
You can edit it in the. This thing has like some pretty neat editing stuff anyway.
It does. So. I like it. And the only thing is, like, when I'm doing it here with Pete, is like before I could have 2 tracks and then I could edit both on each track separately. Now it's all one track.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit different. It's a curve.
Well, that's why I was saying I think if you wanted to have a separate voice track so that you can manipulate the voices separately, you might have to get. Like if you're both connected to some kind of device.
Yeah.
On the browser, right?
Well, according to what I was reading for this Riverside, with this thing, you should be able to get 2 people and 2 separate tracks, but you kind of have to do a couple of little workarounds for that. Podcasting. How's your podcast going, by the way? Miedo's pod.
It's not yet. I know. I
heard there was mugs already.
I should go get my mug. I should go get dinner and show you my mug. I also have I know. So I fucking like splurged because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I believe in myself. So I got myself a business card. And then I fucking realized that I forgot to put the name of the fucking podcast.
Oh gosh.
I just put like my Instagram handle and like my website and my email. And then I'm like, well, I hope they can figure out the name of my podcast from the Instagram handle, but
it's a
I was like, I didn't put the name of the fucking podcast. I just
next time put like clues and stuff so they can figure it out. You got to go to this website at this time. Yeah. That's crazy.
Somebody in Oregon has been logging into my website, so that's exciting.
Wow.
Even though all the links are broken.
I mean, they've been logging in and just poking around, looking at pictures, or what are you doing?
I don't know. Well, I only have like I was trying to set my like milestones for myself. So, have this written by this day, and then like I've already taken a shit on all my deadlines. But the one deadline that I was like hell bent on doing is publishing the stupid website because I wasn't publishing it. I just kept like editing it and changing the settings, and I was like, fuck the colors, just do something, press post, and then you're gonna get really embarrassed, and then it's gonna force you to like edit it. And I haven't edited it, and I know like the mobile version of it is all fucked up. Like I was playing with some settings and it takes you to a fucking other page. It still has like the the default like verbiage, like insert project name here, and I'm just like,
Hello
fuck,
world.
man. Yeah, hello world, and I'm like, fuck me, man. So I have to get around that. But yeah, so the little Wix app tells you when somebody logs into your website. So like once a week, someone from Oregon logs on. So I was like, hey, shout out to the future fan in whatever it was, like Beaverton, Oregon.
Oh,
No.
Thanks for your support.
Beaverton, Oregon.
You're big in Beaverton, Oregon.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's all the Bigfoot talk.
There you go. There you go.
It's
Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot. Yeah.
Dude. Oh, that's crazy.
Shout out to Bigfoot.
My first and only listening.
Yeah.
You guys send him a mug.
Yeah.
I know. The problem is I only made one.
Oh.
Because it was like my gift to myself for starting an endeavor that I've been procrastinating on, and I'm still procrastinating on it.
When Melanie told me that you had a mug, I'm like, what the fuck? How is she so far?
I know. No, let me go get my mug, because
Okay.
I mean, we can edit this out. Cause,
Yeah. Go for it.
Because also I have to go get dinner too. Hold on.
No worries. She's got a mug, homie. Yeah, get your Asmir in right now, dude. No, she's getting her stuff. We can leave this in here. People like to hear us drinking and munching on shit. Oh, no. But dude, she's got a big heart and a mug.
Well, I left it in there so it'd be warm.
I'm gonna get one.
All right.
I catch up.
I'm back. I'll figure out
You
dinner.
missed our in between talk where I was like ranting and raving. Oh my god, that's very
Yeah.
X-Files, yo.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
for spooky people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's a neat cup, dude. I'm gonna say I'm like 99% jealous of that.
You know, and I don't know if I'm even allowed to use that image. It's just some shit I got from Canva.
Oh.
So.
Oh, probably.
Worst case scenario, we'll take a picture of your eyeball and put it on there.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, if it turns out that all the little stock Canva images are not something that I should be using for a logo, it's just like some bitch with eyeliner on. It's fine. I'll just do the same thing.
Just claim it's your eye.
Yeah, just say it's you.
Like maybe not publish the fact that I got it from Canva. Yeah.
Edit.
Tag, remove.
That's crazy. No, when it comes to the websites, I'm using the WordPress. I did the opposite. I published the thing in as is, and I started working from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and every week, pretty much, I'm tweaking one thing, tweaking another thing, and then when I discovered the mobile is completely different.
Yeah.
You have to adjust based upon that, and yeah, it's fun. I mean,
is it?
No.
No.
But it's challenging. It's challenging, and it's definitely part of the whole thing.
Yeah. And I think the other thing too is I was kind of feeling self-conscious about the writing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a writing class. I think I've been so far removed from anything creative. I think that's adding on to my procrastination, where I'm like, I feel like I have potential to be creative, but I haven't done things just for the sake of play in such a long time that, of course, what I then end up doing is putting myself in a structured setting to force myself to play like a fucking weirdo. So I'm taking a writing class, but then, one of the things that I like about taking classes is that there's deadlines, and then you have like because I'm such a fucking people pleaser, I'm going to be like, oh my God, I don't want to like get a bad grade. So it's going to force me to do the assignment. But because I've been doing the assignments, which are late, which today is a deadline and I haven't started it, it just, whatever.
Classic Marisol.
Yeah. But it's like, it has forced me that at the very least, like 2 to 3 times a week, or even if anything, once a week,
okay,
I have to sit down and do something silly. And that's been kind of helping me. But there's only so much time in the week, right? Mm-hmm. So I haven't done anything for the podcast because I've been doing something for the class. And then I have another race coming up, and that's going to...
Another 27 miles?
Yeah, another 26 miles.
26.7 or whatever.
And I'm actually trying this time. Like, I'm trying to not
You can beat
just
your
wing
record.
it. I just want to finish without feeling like shit. Like this last time.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like, I don't think that until I get to the point where I can like afford a coach to tell me where I'm fucking up, you know, or until I just have a lot more time to dedicate to, like, I'm still kind of winging it. So I just look for, I have the same like training schedule that I've downloaded off the internet like years ago, and that's just what I use, and I just do that. But the problem is I get injured a lot, right? So then I kind of cycle through getting injured, slowing down, trying to figure out the injury. Then because you compensate on that injury, you injure something else. And so I've just have fallen in this cycle of like getting injured, working out, getting injured, working out. And then by the time the marathon comes, I'm still kind of winging it because I didn't really do the whole train. I don't know. Like, I just joined a running group. I'm going to ask people that. I'm like, do you guys like do you guys get as injured as I do? Because I feel like everything fucking hurts all the time.
They're probably gonna say, yeah, that's normal. You know,
because I have like just a deep suspicion that I'm like not doing something.
That you're fucking something. I mean, no pain, no gain, right?
Yeah, no.
Isn't that the saying? I'm just saying.
I don't mind soreness. It's just the guy at my gym calls it the gremlins, where like you fix one thing and then just like the little shit moves somewhere else.
Fucking duendes, dude, I'm telling you.
The body duendes. Yeah. The body duendes are for real. Like, I hurt my groin, which is a different groin than I hurt the last time. I've hurt my plantar fasciitis, and that took like 2-3 years. I'm barely now to the point where like I can run. It'll still flare up, but I can run a couple miles without like limping.
You know what plantar fasciitis is, right? It's a fancy word for gout.
Is it gout, bro?
Is it gout? Yeah, it's gout. Because people tell me you got plantar fasciitis. I'm like, no, what's that? It's gout. I'm like,
isn't gout just like a bunch of rocks in your ankles from drinking?
No. It's when it goes all the way to your joints and stuff, and it starts causing inflammation, like plantar fasciitis.
Because you eat too many organs.
Yeah, organs, or a lot of salt and a lot of spices, I guess. Like when I got back from Japan, because of all.
But that's like a borracho disease, isn't it?
It's the king's disease. It's for people who would like to overindulge.
I'm pretty sure it's not gout.
I don't know. You just don't want.
I thought gout was like your neck gets all like puffy like a toad, and like your ankles get all puffy, like.
Whoa.
And there's like it crystallizes. I don't know. You know what's really cool about
crystallization?
You know, when you're like on the computer and not just like sitting around, you can.
Oh, right. You could, I would do that, but then I wouldn't see your pretty little face anymore.
Yay! I'll Google it. Don't you worry your pretty little face.
And my gorgeous face. What are you talking about?
Gout. The Google machine says gout is a form of inflammatory arthritis characterized by recurrent attacks of pain in red, tender, hot, and swollen joint, caused by the deposition of needle-like crystals of uric acid. Yep. Known as monosodium urate crystals.
Urate, yeah, it was P.
I knew that there was like crystals involved. I'm pretty sure it's not that though.
It's not those kind of crystals though. You can't like worship or like, get good luck with those.
You're not closer to the moon.
You're not closer to the moon with those wrong kind of crystals.
Yeah, so it's not worth it if you can't get closer to the moon.
Yeah. It's okay, so maybe you don't have gout, but you got, old man.
Sure, I don't have gout. I definitely have like.
What about your sciatica? How's that doing?
That one hasn't done anything yet, but I'm it's on the list. I feel like as soon as I fix like the current gremlin, that's gonna be the next one.
And that's a big one too, man. That's a big one.
That one fucking hurts.
You're done, dude. My brother, God rest his soul, that once he got that, he was done.
He's not dead.
Did he die from sciatica?
He's not like, no, he used to run marathons. And then once he got the sciatica messed up, he can't run marathons anymore. He's alive.
Yeah.
But he's alive.
Yeah, Charlie, if you're out there, I love you. But you know,
Oh, I was like, I didn't know your brother died.
I saw the look of confusion on her face. I'm like, no, he's not dead.
I'm glad for the camera there. No, no, he's cool. He's cool. He's alive. He's just not running marathons anymore. That's it. That's it.
What is sciatica?
It's a literal pain in your ass.
That's. I mean, I know it's like ass pain, but like
it's butt play without the butt.
Nobody has time for that. Onset is sudden, falling activities. Symptoms only one side of the body. But you can fix it, right? Like.
No, like he's had shots, he's had weird epidurals and stuff like that. And no.
I mean, you could like stretch and stuff. What was it leave?
Oh, he's living with it, but it's just not comfortable living.
Sciatica.
He's tried.
This is kind of cool. It's like community Googling.
Yeah.
Most people with sciatica can find relief through self-care measures such as applying cold, heat, staying active, doing specific stretches. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's weird, complicated. I'm afraid to touch them because I'll break them.
Lighting some candles so I don't get sciatica.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, we're getting old. They're not no way to go back.
No, man.
But then I see like 80-year-olds running marathons. I'm like,
yeah, they're running it faster than me. Like,
Is see the thing in Japan where like the robots are running the marathons?
I did see that, yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's robots. They're running alongside the people. They're not very fast.
Okay, yeah, I know. It's over.
It was like a robot competition, and they were like, which robot can run faster, and nobody beat the humans, but it was cute watching them try.
Yeah,
it's pretty soon.
No, come on, guys. Soon enough, they will be taking over, and the singularity.
I know. I sent them an article today about how like they officially grown a face for a robot using human cells, so the robot could smile now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And they actually made that face too, the one you're making right. Dude, I'm telling you.
We're over here just working on fucking recreating Terminator 2 like for realsies.
For realsies, homie. We're done. Like I don't even know. Like all the jobs in the future are just gonna be maintaining the robots.
That's cool.
They can't though, like
that's it.
Like robot art is stupid.
Yeah.
So I mean that's kind of the thing that's fucked up. It's like make AI do all the stupid shit we don't like to do. Like
do my taxes.
Yeah, do my taxes, change my oil, you know.
How's it gonna do that?
Let me live a life of leisure.
But then we end up in the world of WALL-E.
That's cool.
I've never seen WALL-E.
Oh. They're all fat and on hoverboards.
They can't walk.
Oh.
People can't walk because they're all fat.
And they're like on these floating beds, and the TV is always on your face.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes though, I can see the allure in that.
Right.
Life is hard. I mean, like between being so comfortable that the comfort is bad to your health, I guess that's definitely better than being so uncomfortable that you're completely and utterly unsafe.
Yeah.
And dying from sciatica.
Mm-hmm. Dude, now I got the fear of sciatica in her, dude. I'm sorry.
And robots.
And robots.
And robots with faces.
If I die from sciatica, I want you to point that out on my tombstone. And I want to be buried I do want to be buried by the Mercadito because I like the idea of people running laps around me.
Oh.
But I know that a lot of like cemeteries don't have like rules on like you can't have like elaborate tombstones.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to lobby to break that rule so that I can, like, if you need to change legislation, like if you need to do like a change.org petition, like if you need to like run for governor.
Okay.
I need you to make sure that I have an elaborate tombstone taller than me. And you are allowed to recreate my face for a robot.
Oh
shit.
Oh. I thought you wanted like a statue of you like holding your back because of the sciatica pain.
That's not off the table.
Okay, all right.
As long as it has her face and she can like express the pain that she had during like.
I mean, I won't be around to like complain. So I mean, do what you will, but you know.
You know, in this scenario, like you die before we do.
Touche.
No way, she ain't beating me on that. She was first to get mugs. Now she's gonna be first to die. No, thanks.
No way.
Oh boy.
You know, for a second, I forgot there was a cemetery across the street in the Margarito.
Yeah.
So I thought she wanted to be like in the parking lot.
El Mercadito.
Also on the table.
Okay.
Oh, cool. we got our chamoys and hey, Marisol, what's going on?
Oh man, honestly, that's like just get an elote in my honor.
Yeah.
Like, what if I become like the lore of the Mercadito,
You know
right? So
what?
then they start selling medallions and shit with my name on it, or like my picture on it. So they like it's like the cheaply printed, like the ones that look like little santos, but it's like me with an elote.
Oh, there you go.
Santa
Think about
Marisol
it. Yeah, I'm okay with
De
that.
East LA.
del este
Yeah.
de Los Ángeles.
I would advocate for that too.
That'd be cool.
When you're governor, you can do that.
Oh, I'm run for governor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll buy a Mercadito and just call it Marisol Land.
Oh.
That is also okay. and an option. Yeah. I feel like everyone's gonna have much more fun when I'm dead. Like
My
finally
grandma.
gonna what's that?
No, so my grandma used to say, when I'm dead, you guys are gonna bring me more flowers than when I was alive.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just
That's
saying.
dark.
That's all I heard when she said that. You guys are gonna have more fun when I'm dead. I'm like, no, you're dead.
So do you give your grandma flowers now, or was she correct?
Yes, I didn't hear that last part. Sorry.
I said, do you give your grandma flowers now, or is she correct?
Well, I mean, I don't want to give her any more because if I give her too many, she will be correct eventually. So I'm kind of pacing that to the point where she'll be eventually correct, but not right now. Make sense?
That was complicated math.
Yeah, because she's right, but not right now.
She's right. You don't give her enough flowers.
When
But
she was
one
alive.
day she will be wrong. So
No,
you
no.
think?
She's
So
dead
do-
right now.
Oh,
She's gone.
oh, so she was. Oh,
She's right.
Oh, so she's. Oh.
But he's the one to give her flowers.
So your brother is alive, but your grandma is dead.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And I don't want to give her flowers because she'll be right. Okay?
Okay.
So I do give
Right.
her flowers.
So if you give her too many flowers now that she's dead,
She'll be right.
you're gonna be like, wow, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah. So I do it slowly so the prophecy can be fulfilled in 1,000,000 years. Or next year or something.
Because you will be alive in 1,000,000 years. Okay.
I'll try. I mean, I'm taking care of my health now, so I mean.
Now, I like how you said now,
Yeah.
as opposed to.
And we have robots now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just gotta make one pregnant and I'll be
Oh.
good forever, right?
Oh, wow. Whoa.
That's how it works.
How did.
I mean, they have human faces now. That's the next
I don't know if you understand how fertility works.
Yeah, isn't that how it works?
I think so.
Yeah. This
Human
stork comes
face,
and
ergo.
it comes and it brings you a baby robot, and then you're the dad of the baby robot, like the stork, the robot stork.
The robot stork?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
I feel like those two pages in your biology book in like high school are like stuck together.
Did I make them stuck together?
Oh.
I walked into that.
Yeah.
That was my fault. That was
Well,
Yeah.
that was because of me.
I'm gonna tell you something. My sex ed teacher was not a sexy ed teacher.
I mean, I don't think that that's part of the requirement of being a sex. It's usually just like some fat PE teacher telling you not to fucking wear a condom, right?
That's when it's a dude, but when it's a woman, according to TV, it's supposed to be some hot teacher that I'm supposed to fall in love with, and like
According to the TV, like what?
The
Give me
90s.
examples of hot sex ed teachers.
and Saved by the Bell, when the sex ed teacher shows up, she's really hot. And what else in there? There's like, I think like not Malcolm in the Middle, but like one of those Fox shows. Yeah, same thing. But whenever it's a guy teacher, they're like wearing tiny shorts and like hats.
I feel like the 90s media was a little problematic because if the implication there is you are tempting young hormonal teens with a sexy teacher while they're supposed to be learning about sex
It happened a lot back then.
I know, yeah, 90s me. Sometimes when I look back, I was just like, oh, wait.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of old shows too. Oh, there's a thing on Discovery about like horrible people in Hollywood. Like, I don't think we need any more.
Are they
I
all
watched
about?
it anyway. What's that?
Are they all about Epstein?
No, there's
There's more than one.
a plethora, I'm sure. I mean, you hear murmurs even when you're like on the peripheries. So, but it's about the dude that played the dad in Seventh Heaven because he was
Oh yeah,
like,
he was really right. He was a. What did he do? It was like sex trafficking.
What
Right?
the
he
fuck?
was like, well, the ones that were okay, here's the wild thing. Okay, here's the one that I was like, where the fuck was everybody? He admitted to it in an interview. So I guess what he did was with one girl, he like, I don't know, like forced her to like touch his dingaling when she was like 10. And then
What?
there was like, yeah, there was like another one, she was like 14. And so I guess the statute of limitations had already passed. And so he like admitted to it. So the person that exposed him was his wife.
What the
So
fuck?
his wife, I guess, they were in couples therapy,
Yeah.
and she recorded the conversation when he was admitting that he had touched little girls. And she was like, "Oh, fuck to the no. Not only am I leaving you, but I'm letting everybody know that you're a weirdo." And then I guess because the statute of limitation had passed and he wasn't concerned about criminal charges, I don't know why the fuck you would admit to that, but he said it in an interview. Yeah, like in a whole ass,
Mm-hmm.
like 60 seconds interview with like, I don't know, it was like Katie Couric or some shit.
But I mean, he was a preacher. You know,
I didn't know this till recently.
yeah.
The actress that played his wife
Uh-huh.
was the mom in the first Chucky movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, typecasting. Once you're a mom forever.
For life. Well, you shouldn't have had them children then.
That'd be funny if she didn't even have children in
Seventy-
her life. Yeah, like she's got stuck being like the TV mom.
What's his face? Carl Winslow. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Carl Winslow?
Van Johnson. What's his name? Reginald.
Val Johnson.
Like everyone says, he's like America's dad. He doesn't have any kids.
That's funny.
Right. Wait, but isn't he the one that was getting done by Diddy?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Winslow. That's the dad from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
No, from Family Matters. Wait,
Urkel.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Mustache, right? Because he was a
Yeah.
cop. Yeah.
He was the one that helped
John McClane.
John McClane and Die Hard.
I'm so bad with movies. I did see Die Hard. I just don't remember it.
He was the guy that ate Twinkies. He's the only cop in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No? Nothing?
I know there was like a stuffed bunny involved.
I don't know. That's a different movie.
No, it's a different movie. There's a big bear.
Yeah.
He was in the bed.
No, Die Hard. He had like a little stuffed bunny for his daughter.
No.
And then it almost went down the drain in the last scene and he like caught it.
Oh.
No.
Die Hard, isn't that the one with Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like coming back from jail because he like.
No, they're thinking about Con Air.
I am thinking about Connor.
Con Air.
With that all-star cast.
Okay. Okay, then I haven't seen Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, and Con Air isn't even Bruce Willis, right?
No,
It's Nicolas
right.
Cage.
Nicolas Cage, yeah.
Nick Cage, Steve Buscemi, John Cusack.
Oh, okay. And Danny
What
Trejo.
was John Cusack doing in that movie? What did he play?
He was the
Agent?
Yeah, he was like the federal agent. It was.
Yeah, he does look like he's got that like.
He was like a hippie. Like he had like Birkenstocks on. He had like long hair.
Yeah.
And he was a federal agent.
Yeah.
He was a hippie
Mm-hmm.
government worker. Oh, they were trying to get creative there, weren't they?
Yeah.
I feel like everyone just reproduces government workers like Mulder,
You would figure, right? They'd all be Mulder.
just like a cheap suit.
Dude, he's the coolest guy around, man.
Who, Mulder?
Mulder.
Really?
You don't think so?
Mulder's psychotic.
But he's cool.
Like I feel like he gets so fucking unhinged as time goes on. Like I was rewatching season 1 and like you see how in season 1 he still has a good, like everybody keeps talking about how he tainted his reputation, but we come into the series like when he barely starts tainting his reputation, so a bunch of people are still like disappointed in him. But like he still has a lot of connections to like the upper floors. There's like a really funny scene where like one of Mulder's friends goes to ask him for help on a case, because you have to kind of remember before Mulder went off the deep end, he was actually like one of their most he was a gifted profiler, which I was like, they made like Mulder and Scully like such savants, right? But like we just didn't detect it back then. They were like in their mid-20s, top of their class. Like fucking Mulder went to Cambridge and like on Just a Bachelor's like started moving up the ranks of the FBI, and Scully was like 27 with like a fucking medical degree, and she had already finished medical school, and she had like gone to the academy, passed it, and was an agent.
Yeah.
And got assigned to like a really important fucking project that could potentially change the whole fucking world.
Well, no, they sent her to debunk him, right? Because she's like,
yeah,
that was
to get in his way,
to get in his way originally.
Yeah, but like, I mean, she's still a new agent.
Yeah.
Like, government work is complicated. Like, they're not just send a rookie in to like take someone down like that. Like, and like, do you know how long med school takes? Like, she didn't do any rotations. Like, they just let her fucking do surgery all willy nilly. Like,
you found the fatal flaw, Chris Carter. You owe me one.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna talk shit about Scully, because Scully is kind of bald, even though she was a little bit like of a, not a Mary Sue, but like she was a little bit of a savant in the beginning, just like she's just, you know.
Did you see that interview recently where Gillian Anderson was saying that someone told her, and they showed her statistics, whatever, and after Scully, like more women got into like Stan.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a real thing. It's called the Scully effect. Yeah,
that's interesting.
That's super cool. I mean, like, the fact that so many people in the 90s were like, you know what? I could go to med school. Or, like, I could be a fucking astronomer or whatever. Yeah.
But do you think these girls are out there trying to debunk, like...
and that's all that matters.
Yeah. See, it's funny, like, even as, like, this was a teenager when that show was on the air, but, like, even back then, it always used to bug me that, like, she was all, like, that's not real, Mulder, da da da. But she was like super religious, like
which Mulder pokes fun at a lot, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, that's your line. Like, you walk into places believing fucking shit all, but fucking Sky Jesus, like.
But then I also didn't like when he left the show and the T-1000 took over. What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Scully goes full on, like, it's real. Like,
yeah. I actually really did like his character. What was his character's name?
Doggett?
Poor guy, Doggett. Yeah. I actually really liked, because they did kind of flip I think, you know, sometimes when you run out of things to do, you have to like play the opposite game. And so it was really uncomfortable watching Scully navigate like her cognitive dissonance, because she's like the believer now, and Doggett is the skeptical one, and she like there's like episodes where you know she's like, fuck, I sound like Mulder. Like that, and Doggett's like, okay, crazy lady, you know. But honestly, Doggett was a much better fucking partner than Mulder in terms of like emotional and like social support. Mulder was shit. Like, Mulder was not a really good partner.
He's all about his own thing. Like he,
his sister.
He left Scully to die a few times. He was just like I couldn't.
And like, she could hold her own, but the moment you promise him like proof, or his sister, he's like,
I'm out of here.
Deuces, yeah, like I'm gonna go fucking
Doesn't she show up like at the end of season 2 or something? Or at like the beginning?
She always fucking shows up.
Wasn't there like a farm or something? There was like a bunch of them.
Oh, she was
right before the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right before the movie, it turned something that they used her DNA to clone, like other versions of.
That was the thing that killed me. Was you have seasons and seasons of this show where it's like he's like aliens are real, aliens are real, and they're like, no, you're crazy, you're crazy. Then the movie comes out,
right?
And they're on a fucking spaceship, and then it's like, it's fine.
Like, doesn't the spaceship take off at the end?
Yeah, inside the spaceship. Like Scully gets put in one of the pods, and he has to fucking take her out of there. And then they get out of it, and the thing takes off. She's knocked out, right, and she sees it fucking flying off, right?
No one's ever gonna believe him. Don't you believe it?
There's all kinds of scenarios where, like, there's, like, hella proof that the aliens exist. Oh, man. I was watching... I don't think it's the one where they introduced the lone gunman, but it's... Is it the one that they introduced the lone gunman? No, I think the lone gunman...
Yeah, like, that's the first season. The first season they come out.
Yeah, it's the first season. It's the one where they bring in, like, the concept of the Navajo talkers. Yeah. So, there's, like, some guy that's, like... Back in the 90s, when everyone thought that it was, like, super fun to have hacking as, like, a hobby.
Yeah.
And so this guy's, like, hacking into the CIA files and gets in. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess nobody really gave a shit about fucking cybersecurity back then. But also they were like, oh, we found the file where all of the UFO secrets are. And I'm like, that's some bullshit, because I work for the government and we don't fucking organize shit that well. Like, there isn't, like, one folder where I'm like
aliens.
Super secret important stuff. Yeah, like, that's just probably across, like, 17 departments. Like, there's a bunch of shit on people's, like, personal computers. There's a bunch of shit on, like, some kind of shared drive. Like, that's not the way it would have, especially back then. Like,
Microsoft Teams, Google Docs.
Yeah, now there's Microsoft Teams, you know. But I'm sure it was just, like, some fucking dingy-ass library with, like, color-coded tabs and shit. So this fucking guy download everything. Everything is in one folder, in one zippable folder.
Yeah. They download in 2 seconds.
And here's how you know they either don't know shit about computers or that's not a very big folder. They put that shit on a floppy disk.
Yeah.
And if you look back, a floppy disk can barely hold a fucking half a song.
Yeah. 3 megabytes?
Yeah, maybe. Like,
well, but then remember they did that episode later on where they found out about the cigarette smoking man.
Okay.
Like the lone gunman had all the information. They knew who he was.
Yeah.
And
it's one of my favorite ones.
And they were he was gonna take him out. He was gonna fucking sniper.
But they don't. He doesn't. Yeah. Last minute.
At some point, you realize too that the entire time he has bugs in, like, everyone's spaces. Mm-hmm. So every single meeting that's happening in Skinner's office, he's privy to.
Yeah.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true.
But we could have lost a smoking man to a book deal.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That was the whole thing. He wrote his story and then he sent it to, was it the Reader's Digest or something?
Like a publisher, yeah.
No, they published it, but they changed the ending.
Oh.
And he was like, fuck this.
No, they didn't change the ending. They rejected it. Mm-hmm. Oh no, you're right. No, you're right. They did. It was in a one of those fiction magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reader's Digest. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they changed the ending, and he was just like, he wrote his letter of resignation.
Yeah.
And then he read the thing. He's like, you changed the ending. They changed the ending, and he threw the letter of resignation away.
Huh. Well, no, he threw the letter of resignation away after he got a rejection letter, because he was gonna, I think, get a book deal or something, and they told him that his stories were too unrealistic.
Yeah. But he was writing about his real experiences.
What is it? He's been cut by his own petard?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because that's when we find out he killed JFK.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. That was a thing. Oh, shit. I remember that, but I don't remember that episode.
Yeah. Oh. And doesn't he, like, inspire, like, Forrest Gump or something like that? Like, he said...
No, No, you're thinking that Forrest Gump inspired everybody.
No, Forrest Gump, his name comes from that one racist guy, the Ku Klux Klan creator, yeah. Oh.
That's Nathan Bedford Forrest. Mom said that we all do things that sometimes just make no sense.
Bug. How do you know that?
I used to watch that movie a lot.
Okay, then.
Did you ever watch the X-Files revival?
The last season?
Yeah.
Just like the first, like 2 episodes. I still need to watch it because I need to watch it, and I think I need to watch like the last season. There's like there's a point in right before Scully has the baby that I kind of like dropped off because I think I got as far as her going into labor. I think I got as far as like her having the baby, but I never got. I've never actually seen the whole storyline play out where they discover the baby might have powers and they put up the baby for adoption. Like I don't have any of that. I've never seen those episodes because as soon as I get to that part of the season, I just kind of like start over because I just find Mulder insufferable by that point.
Oh, did you watch the movie, the second movie?
I don't remember. It's not something that I watch often, so if I did, I don't really like remember.
The Fight for the Future?
No, that was the first one.
Okay.
The second one was weird. It was like Exhibit was in it.
Sure.
And he was an FBI agent. And then like
on the spin, dog. The spin.
Yeah. No, they find out there's like a Nazi scientist or some shit.
Yeah.
And they need Mulder to come back in to find this guy.
Oh.
And it's like weird. The whole plot is like, oh, these Nazi scientists are like sewing dog heads to other dogs, and the heads are alive.
Okay.
Because that was a plan to save Hitler. It's fucking weird, man. It's a weird movie.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like rewatch that because it vaguely sounds familiar, but
my favorite part of that movie though is in the credits. So like Mulder, it also plays like in like Alaska or some shit. Like right? So in the credits, it's like the camera is like pointing down to the ground and it's like going across, the snow and the ocean, whatever. And
that sounds familiar. Yeah.
But then at the very end, if you wait to the end of the thing, at some point you're in the ocean now. At some point you see Mulder and Scully in a boat, and Mulder is like paddling, and they're going to like an island or some shit.
Like it's a very romantical scene, right?
Yeah. But then like at one point they look up and they wave at the camera. Yeah. And, like,
really?
Yeah.
What?
Were they like running away together, like romantically?
What is going on here?
Yeah. It was very weird.
Huh.
They don't acknowledge that movie anymore because.
Why?
No, because when the revival came on, they didn't talk about how they were like an island or some shit.
Or they were sewing dog heads to other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Exhibit didn't come back, Okay.
Skinner shows up in the movie.
Does he play a pivotal part?
Not really.
No,
he's there. Yeah.
I don't read Reddit very often, but Vince does. And so every once in a while he'll tell me the tea on what's going on in X-Files Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently people are enamored with Skinner because he's hella hot.
Skinner, really?
Yeah, it's been a thing for a while, though.
Yeah.
It's been a thing for a while.
The original Zaddy.
Yeah.
Well, he was on, was it Sons of Anarchy or something like that? Like he played a Nazi or something?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I could see that. He's like tall, handsome, buff. Well, you don't have to be a handsome to be. Yeah. I shouldn't have added that descriptor in that sentence. Never mind.
I agree with every word of that.
Did you hear that was it Ryan Coogler's doing an X-Files revival or something?
Didn't that get canceled?
No, Ryan Coogler, the Sinners and Creed and...
Yeah.
No, Black Panther.
Yeah.
No.
No?
The director?
Yeah.
No.
Is it going to be like Marvel-y?
I have no idea. Huh. He said it's going to be scary, though.
Are they going to use Mulder and Scully, or are they going to just like get 2 new young people?
Probably.
And if it's like the same guy, he's going to use all black cast.
Possibly.
It's just going to be like X-Files in what's the name of the mythical place?
Narnia?
No, man, the one from Black Panther.
Wakanda?
Wakanda is just going to be just like the Wakanda version of like Mulder and Scully.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'd kind of watch that too. It sounds pretty lit, actually.
Yeah.
No, in the second season of the revival, there's this episode where they talk about the Mandela effect. Oh. It's pretty funny, like the way they explain it. And the whole time, this guy is telling them, giving all the information.
Yeah.
He's being chased by these 2 people. We don't know who they are. And at one point, the guy gets away, and Mulder gets in the way of these 2 guys. And he's like, "Hey, knock it off!" And they just kind of push him out of the way. And he's like, "Hey, I'm Fox Mulder." And one of them looks at him. He's like, you got fat, and he just walks away.
Oh, that's funny.
What the hell?
It's so weird, man.
They attacked him in a way he can't defend himself. Oh, his girdle.
You never caught the aliens.
No, he never did.
I feel like that would be something that would hurt Mulder. Yeah. I don't know if Mulder existed. Now, I really see, sometimes when I watch these old episodes, I really see where, like, the brand of paranoia that we see nowadays, and, like,
yeah,
it's not even, I don't even know if it's boomers, it's, like, Gen X. Like, I feel like Gen X are probably, like, the shittiest ideology of, like, the generations, because I feel like boomers, I think we can bring them back around, because, like, they're all realizing that their social security is going out the window.
Yeah.
But I feel like Gen X,
they still don't give
didn't really suffer like we all did.
Well, Gen X, they always thought they were tough, like, cool.
Yeah, they were leather.
It's just that angst you get when you're, like, super safe and super comfortable, but you don't know what to do with all of these hormones. So it's like you're living in the suburbs, but you're like, you want to be dangerous, so you just, like, wear leather and, like,
listen to Morrissey,
or like grunge and wear flannel and be angry. You're like, yeah, Lollapalooza, you know.
It's all about the he said she said bullshit.
Yeah, that's us. That's not necessarily Gen X. That's
what's Gen X?
That's more millennials.
Gen X is like late 80s, early 90s. Like,
yeah, so they would be in their they're like in their 50s now.
Yeah. So everybody wants to.
Yeah. Or like Pearl Jam, and like if you were old enough to be, like, in your mid-20s during grunge.
No.
What's that movie? That movie. Reality Bites.
Oh, right.
That's, you know.
For the Gen Xers?
Kirk's is kind of Gen X.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, because Kevin Smith's like 50-something. He's like 56.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
All right. So he's Gen X.
He's Gen X, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So they just kind of rode the wave of the boom. But they would have been, like, in their 20s. Or, like, late teens, you know, like, early 20s in the 90s. Or, like, even in their 30s in the 90s.
So we were just right behind them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But you really see the influence of the X-Files in the way that they suspect the government. Like, I think that there's this notion that the government is all connected, and that there's, like, this secret. There's one episode of X-Files where, like, Scully's like if the government like the government doesn't have that kind of organization to, like, have, you know, like, have this secret, like, conspiracies going on, and then the lone gunmen are like, yeah, they do, it's all shadow government. So I think that idea that there's, like, this background force, it's totally from the X-Files. Like, you really see that in people that what's that?
No, all right.
No, like, in people that bitch about the government, and, like, you see that they're all just kind of cosplaying the lone gunmen, you know.
But see, the lone gunmen were, like, older though, right? They were probably, like, late stage boomers and shit, right?
30s.
At this point.
Well, back
in the 90s.
In the 90s, they were, like, older guys.
In one of the episodes, they do mention the guy that worked for the FCC. What's his name? It's not Frohickey.
No, I remember it was Frohickey.
The one that's, like, more clean cut of the three.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, the short guy with glasses. There's a surfer guy.
Oh, the clean
and then there's the clean cut guy.
Yeah. Byers, right?
Byers, yeah. So he's at some point in the episode where he, for some fucking stupid ass reason, completely and utterly falls in love with some fucking chemical engineer that's trying to expose some fucking secret that later on just, like, they find her in Vegas and she's just kind of cool, you know. In the episode where he kind of, like, fantasizes about having, like, a life with her, I think they mentioned his age, and I think he was, like, early 30s at that point.
So everyone's kind of young there in that.
Yeah, but even then, in the 90s, like, he would have been.
Yeah.
He would have been born, like, the 60s. Like, he would have been.
Yeah. Yeah. People born in the 60s are, like, peak Gen X.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When the Beatles were around and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, see, that was always my favorite X-Files. Whenever there was a Lone Gunman episode, it was
Yeah.
like they were the coolest character. And then like that show didn't work.
They got their own spinoff.
Yeah.
Because you wanted them in small dosages.
Yeah, they're great side characters. I don't know if they would have been able to carry They don't have that much dimension. Like,
yeah,
you know, there's just so much to work with like Mulder and Scully. Like, there's so much shit going on.
That Lone Gunman season, they had like their own one season show. It ended kind of happy. Then they all kind of had like a.
Oh, they died.
They all died. No, they all died, but I don't think they died.
They're dead.
They're not dead.
Totally...
They're not dead. The radiation thing didn't work.
They killed them.
It was old radiation.
They went to fucking. They got buried in fucking.
They wouldn't get buried there. They were
fucking Skinner got pulled some strings.
Why would he do that?
Because they were heroes.
I don't know. That whole Lone Gunman thing is like, they're not dead.
It's like scrubbed from the internet. I don't know if you can find it. Watch me Google it and I find it.
Yeah, because the first episode is the
Twin Towers.
The Twin Towers.
The Lone Gunman podcast. What the hell?
Hey, is there a plane passing by your house?
There is. Man, you can hear that? It's a helicopter.
Oh yeah. I'm like, holy shit, it's gonna land on our roof.
Talking about the Lone Gunman.
Talking about
the Lone Gunman podcast. Is that from the actual who's hosting that?
What the fuck?
Oh, it's just some other asshole. Never mind.
Oh. Hey.
That's what we do.
I didn't mean that we were assholes.
This is how we kickstart Marisol's podcast. We should just do an X-Files podcast.
Straight out.
There's already a lot of like X-Files
there's
podcasts.
a lot of those.
We watch the episodes. We talk.
And then we talk. There's a lot of those. Like,
go check the next episode.
Oh yeah, I've seen all the Kochek ones. At least the ones that they had on Netflix back then. Spin-off show.
No, Nicole.
Show is The Lone Gunman, 2001. Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's not that like.
It's right before 9/11.
Like a week before 9/11.
Yeah,
it was a good show.
Because from what I remember, it's a completely. You can't find it.
Yeah, like the DVDs is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Melvin Frohicke, Ringo Langley, and John Fitzgerald Byers.
Sure, revive that.
What?
Lone Gunman, bring him back.
I mean, nowadays.
Are you alive? I mean, I don't want to be a dick, but
yeah, the guy that plays Langley, he goes to a lot of conventions.
Oh,
he goes to what?
He goes to a lot of Comic Cons and stuff.
Too.
Great show.
Yeah. Podcast. Well, I mean, what is your podcast going to be about? Just like spooky stuff, right?
Yeah, I just, I was like trying to decide, do I want to do like a interview format or do I want to do like fiction writing format?
Where you talk
or do I want to do like retelling of stories that people send me? And I'm like, well, do I really have to pick? I'll just fucking whatever the fuck pops goes my way.
I like it.
So
1 week will be one thing we'll have a guest, another time we'll have stories to tell.
Yeah.
Huh. It's just here to tickle your pickle when it comes to spookiness.
Yeah. So if people want to send me like some fucked up shit that happened to them, let me know.
And I'll write it down.
And I'll either read, and I guess it kind of depends too, because I think sometimes there's like people that are really good at telling their story.
Yeah.
And I think that there's some that like it would be really interesting to hear it from them. But I think if people are like too shy or just it's not kind of like coming together very eloquently, or if they just don't want to be on.
Yeah.
Like if they don't want their voice out in the universe or whatever, I can retell it. I don't know. I listen to a lot of like stuff like that. So, I mean, I like it, right? Like I like just listening to some asshole talk about scary shit that is probably not true, but what do I care? It's fun.
No, I do that shit like the short format TikTok when it does a couple of those stories. I'll just let that shit running and I'll be in the dark fucking listening to the story.
You getting scared?
Huh?
I'm getting scared.
I'm getting scared.
Well, I listen to a lot of like Mexican YouTubers when it comes to the scary stuff. So first, it's not like there's any logic to that, but I'm like, oh well, it's in Mexico, it's not here.
It's more believable there.
I was like, oh, the ghost is over there. Like, it's
It can't get
not
me.
gonna follow me. It's like,
When I
I'm
was
fine.
when I was a kid, my dad worked with this other guy who had a house up in the mountains.
Oh shit.
And I remember we went to go stay there for like a weekend, and my sister was so scared because she's like, sits outside the big window, you see like the forest,
Yeah.
and she's like, is that where Bigfoot lives? Bigfoot lives.
And yes, that's where Bigfoot lives.
And he eats people, apparently.
He eats people.
He keeps saying me that. That's not sending me that.
He eats people.
I mean, he's an okay. To me, Bigfoot is an omnivore. I would say he would be. He would like all sorts of food.
With generalized dentition, like humans.
Yeah. You know, maybe some incisors, and you know, that's about it. Really big incisors.
You don't think he'd eat like a deer or something?
Maybe.
Like, would he? I mean, would we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we eat venison.
But like raw?
I mean,
What's his gut health like?
yeah, exactly. Does he have probiotics? And what does he eat for
I
probiotics?
gotta find like
Berries?
Bigfoot shit. And analyze it.
I'm fucking sure there's a bunch of fucking like middle-aged men in Cameo doing that right now. I said middle-aged like a little derogatory with like my middle-aged ass being like,
No, not your middle age. Their middle age.
Yeah.
their middle age is worse than my middle age.
Yeah. They got sciatica.
And they will die soon.
Like, whoa.
You know, I don't really like watching those like Bigfoot hunting shows. For some reason, those are not that interesting.
Not anymore. They're always the same.
It's just, which is funny because I'll watch me some ghost hunting shows till the cows come home. Like, that's fine for some reason. It's kind of, and it's like a similar concept. It's just fucking people running around in the dark, not finding anything. But for some reason, the Bigfoot ones are a lot more obnoxious because, I mean, they're just kind of out camping and they're camping with equipment and I don't know.
I'm gonna put this really expensive camera on this tree, come back a week later and find nothing. That's what it is.
And they're like, oh, it knows how to detect electrical equipment because the electrical equipment always goes out before.
Turns it off.
And they'll leave some shit like an apple. Yeah, like they'll leave an apple or like a Hershey's bar or something. And they're like, we're going to attract Bigfoot. And I'm like, you know what else fucking attracts Hershey bars? It's fucking ants. So.
Give him a burger or something.
Yeah.
I know. Like, you guys fucking trying to get him, lure him out with a fucking apple?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking going. I'm not getting out. I'm not coming to this dimension for a fucking apple.
Got this shit back home. Fuck that. Better than McDonald's. Ooh, get a McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's, yeah.
Get a McDonald's. You want Bigfoot? Like, y'all need to be luring him out with a fucking quarter pounder.
With McDonald's, right? But you just leave it and them take it. After a while, they get being fat, right? So you'll be like,
easier to catch.
Easier to catch.
Fuck.
Well, you know, they put crack in those things. So, like, there's going to be a point where he's going to be
all cracked out.
So addicted to, MSG that he'll just come to you.
Yeah. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
That'd be easy.
It's psychological warfare here.
Yeah. Fucking MSG, dude. That shit fucking everywhere.
Yeah. Bad for you, right?
It's delicious. Makes things tasty.
I know. I was like, it's tasty as fuck, though.
Mm-hmm. When I was younger, I used to get some MSG and just sprinkle that shit.
Oh,
that, dude.
Don't do that.
That's salt, dude. That's the reason I
have MSG, like, just like a little, like in a little jar, just every once in a while, just mama needs a little.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh.
I remember one time when Joanna found out she has a gluten allergy. We went to a market and they had like a seasoner. It just said gluten. I thought I was gonna buy it so that way she couldn't eat my food. I could just put it on top of my food.
It just gluten it? It just said gluten it?
It just said gluten on it.
Ew.
Yeah.
What's the allergy like? It's not like deadly, is it? It's not
no. She gets like stomach pain and stuff like that.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes if it's really bad, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of allergic to it because I get rashes, like really bad rashes. Pasta's tasty, so I'm like, sometimes you just have to weigh your options. You're like, is this fettuccine worth it? Absolutely.
A million.
But I think it's an allergy because I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but right now I'm on a lot of like Benadryl and like allergy medication because the air here in Sacramento sucks balls.
Antihistamines.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it affects everybody, but yeah, I'm suffering deeply. Like I put makeup on so you can't really see how puffy my eyes are, but like my eyes get really puffy. So I just kind of always look like I just finished getting my heart broken and like crying. But the glue.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just and then today, one of my big pet peeves. It's like people asking me if I'm okay when I'm breathing hard at the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm like, of course I'm fucking breathing hard. I just like I'm doing cardio. Like I don't know what you people do that you don't breathe hard. Like, but I've had that happen a couple times where I'm like this is part of the reason I don't like running with people because I feel like I'm not sure how I breathe is different from how other people breathe, but apparently it's alarming enough for people to ask me if I'm dying.
And this is why you think you need a training. So they could tell you how to breathe?
No, I think I know how to breathe. I think other people don't know how to breathe. I'm like, how are you? I'm fucking I don't know. I'm jumping around. Like my heart rate is up and like, I don't know. I breathe. But apparently I must breathe alarmingly loud. And so today, and I think the allergies make it worse, right? Because like when I got home, I was like wheezing.
Yeah, because I'd be worried too. I mean, obviously, but yeah, it's probably allergies that's attributing to that kind of.
But just like in general in life, like I guess when I run, I breathe hard, and I was like, I don't know how like you guys are running. I don't know what you guys are doing that.
I don't know.
My breathing is alarming you.
Yeah,
somebody asked me if I was okay. I was like, yes.
You make me worry here now.
No, it's fine.
You sure?
But yeah, the allergies here are fucking. Yeah, that's the fucking allergies. The pollen down in LA during the LA Marathon fucked me up. Like I already knew that it was going to be a rough race because I hadn't trained that well. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm going to run the race I deserve because I didn't fucking put a lot of time into it. But I was like really, really out of breath. Like really, really, like I could barely speed up. Like the second half, I just mostly walked because every time I sped up, like I was completely out of breath. And I remember just being so fucking mad at myself. I'm like, you lazy sack of shit. This is what you fucking this is what happens when you don't train. Like this, you cannot keep doing this to yourself. This is fucking miserable. Like despite all of the snacks everybody was giving me, like this is fucking miserable. Then when I got home, I was like really, really bad, like wheezing really, really bad. The fucking inhaler I had to get because like I'm an inhaler person now wasn't like fucking working that well because it was expired. And it fucking sucked. I forgot where I was going with this. The air sucks.
Sacramento
I'm puffy.
Yeah.
My face is puffy. Somehow I was gonna go back. Don't let me talk.
Gluten, tangent.
Oh yeah, the antihistamines help with the panda with the
panda.
The pasta.
The pasta.
Wait a minute, maybe.
Antihistamines help with the pasta allergy. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What are you eating now, though? I wasn't gonna mention anything, but I got curious.
It's baked chicken breast with roasted Brussels sprouts, banana nut squash, and like little fingerling potatoes and feta cheese.
Fuck yeah,
that's fancy.
Feta makes everything better.
It kind of does. Not gonna lie. So I have to get my protein in. I know. It's like I have to keep track of my protein grams.
You don't. You just gotta eat the protein.
I know.
They'll do the rest for you.
Yeah. Just eat MSG.
It's fucking tasty, but
yeah, can't.
Yeah, sorry for whoever's listening to me chew, but
well, I was eating onion rings earlier. So it's okay.
Yeah, you didn't hear me eat the onion rings?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was eating onion rings.
Well, I can only see like the small little corner of like Enrique's eyebrow at your hand. Yeah.
I mean, we can assure you we're here.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out the sound situation though.
Yeah, no, I gotta play with it more. I mean, I tested it out last week, And it sounded just fine when I was using it, but I don't know what happened.
Oh, but we probably weren't because we weren't connected like, to
another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
Not just that, I'm using the application on the web browser, not the actual app. So I'm gonna download the iOS version and the Windows version and see if I can play with those.
Yeah, because the one that I have is it's like it just hovers in the bottom of my.
Oh really? And you got an the iOS, right? The Windows. I mean, the Windows Apple.
I have a Mac. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the question here is, when are we gonna start a ComiCentric podcast?
That would be really fun, actually, because those episodes are a little unhinged too.
Little.
Have you ever seen the movie?
No.
Like the original TV movie is amazing. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like Rod Sterling was one of the writers on it.
Yeah. What
did she write?
Rod Sterling, Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone guy.
Oh yeah.
Night Gallery.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of the writers. He was one of the writers on the movie.
That makes kind of sense. Yeah, I think if you look at was he a writer on the show too?
No, see the funny thing is the movie, the original TV movie is super serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some funny moments, but it's really fucking dark. Like
yeah. To me, it was always like a big long version of Night Gallery episode.
Yeah.
ComiCentric.
The Night Stalker.
Is that what it is? The Night Stalker?
Yeah, the movie's called The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
Ooh, let's watch it. Yeah, okay, so I was gonna say, if you guys want to give me like homework, like pop culture homework, and then we can talk about it, because otherwise I only know, like, I can only really talk about
like spooky, like pop culture?
Whatever you want.
Because I mean the podcast is spooky, right?
Well, how many ComiCentric's only like
13 episodes?
It's only 13 episodes.
It's not that long.
And I mean we could do like a whole other non-Miedo spooky pod.
Just like you ever seen that show Los Spookies?
Yeah.
I like that show.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was really there was like something kind of like there's like a type of humor that it really just takes, I don't know, like there's like a randomness to it.
Yeah.
And not everybody can pull it off. And sometimes I find like when people have like this just really, really random humor, it just doesn't land, and it just kind of, it's very easy to make that kind of humor seem out of place, or seem like it was forced, or seem like it was wedged in. And I feel like that show did a really good job at like making the randomness kind of connect and make sense and be funny. Like they had the running theme the whole time was like, I don't know, like the spirit of the ocean.
Yeah.
That's like a character, and the whole time all she wants, like, she's like, oh, I'll like, grant you your wish or whatever. I just want to be able to see some fucking random ass movie.
Yeah. And did they ever give it a season 2? No, right?
No, yeah. What's another one that they didn't? Oh, did you ever see This Fool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that show.
I watched the first season only, though. I didn't know there was a second, but I never watched that.
The funny thing about that show is there was very like serious episodes, but then there was like that one where they're gonna get into a gang fight. Oh. That's like my favorite episode.
The first season?
Yeah, when they try to go get a gang together.
And I have, the thing about it is it kind of came at the tail end of like a whole slew of shows that were supposed to be from that area. Like there was Vida, there was Gentrification, and then there was This Fool. So I always kind of have those kind of three clumped together in my
East LA repertoire.
Yeah, like my analysis of like East LA representation in art kind of analysis. And I feel like I really liked Vida as a story. I really, really liked the characters. I really, really liked their interactions with each other.
They won a lot of awards.
Yeah, but I just really fucking wished it was not set in East LA or Borough Heights. That part killed it for me.
Really?
Because it was such a good story. Like, the conflict was really good. but because they wedged in this like very, it was like a geographically dependent conflict,
Okay.
which was like the gentrification, and everybody was just writing about the gentrification in LA, in East LA and Boyle Heights, and it was just, it had its like moment in media at the time, you know, and I think it, in my opinion, don't come after me, took away from it. I wish it would have been in another, either a fucking mythical city or some other city that I knew nothing about, because it kept me from fully enjoying the storyline. Because when I would be reminded that it was supposed to be like an East LA story, it would annoy me.
Oh. Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like it was like, I just didn't feel like it was an LA centered story, whereas I felt this fool was a very well-informed LA story. Like, the jokes in this fool sound like some shit we would say in high school.
Yeah.
The cadence, the accent, the way that people talk shit, very specifically the way people talk shit was very, very accurate in this fool, right? And I just felt like in Vida, it was like if somebody had heard of how things are in Boyle Heights and they wanted to write about it, but they were not from there. And so nobody, like, I think there was only like 2 characters on there that actually had like a regional accent.
Oh shit.
Right? It was like the girl activist and then the brother of the girl activist. I think those 2 are the only ones that sounded like they were from LA. Like, because even if like one of the girls was supposed to have left to Chicago, the other girl left to like San Francisco, your accent comes back. And I'm like, oh, so you guys' accent didn't come back? Like, you guys lived, yeah, sure, you lived in like all of these different places. And then in Gentrified, it was a little better in terms of like, it seemed a little bit more LA, but there was just some stuff on there too that was just like a little out there. Like, I felt like they didn't know how to end it. And the ending where they just gave the girl like a big artist job, and I was like, that's fucking unrealistic. Like, all kinds of talented ass people aren't being fucking just given this full-time job where you can get an apartment by yourself. I'm like,
it doesn't happen
in LA?
Yeah, in LA it does not happen that way.
So, but I love this fool. Like, I think that everybody knows, you know, it's the other one that I felt was like a really good LA story that was like, this was clearly based on experiences from people in this area, was Insecure.
Oh, I never seen that.
It's an HBO show. Yeah, with Issa Rae.
It's pretty good. It's funny.
Yeah.
What?
But Insecure and this boy, I think if you're gonna talk about like art that really actually kind of like represents the geography that you're claiming that this is in, that's the closest one. It's yeah.
Like art as in like actual art, or like art as in like acting and stuff like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, same thing. Yeah, like art as in like art, acting and stuff is art, you know.
I don't know. What's that one about though?
And she's like, she works for like a community center, and she's trying to be like, was it? I don't remember. Should I be a comedian or should I be a rapper?
Well, I'm out.
Yeah, so I only saw, I think, the first 2 seasons, so I'm like super behind. I kept meaning to go back to it, but in the beginning, I think that what I really liked about it, and maybe this is also with this fool too, is both of those characters start off working at a nonprofit.
Yeah.
And so I think that it hit close to home because I'm like, I used to work for, you know, like, it wasn't a nonprofit, but it was like a youth work training program, you know, and so that dilemma of working for something that you feel is worth your time, right? Like a program that's going to help youth while also navigating the fact that those things usually don't pay well and you're in a really expensive, I don't know, I just felt, maybe because it hit so close to home, it felt really funny. Like, oh, that is definitely some fucking experience that like a lot of us have had, where like we went through these programs in high school and then we decide to use our skills and our education to give back to the community by helping other younger people, and then you realize, well, this shit doesn't pay for shit now. I need to pay rent, and that kind of conflict is. There's a lot you can do with that, and even though they both kind of those two shows, Insecure and this, was started with that same kind of premise where the main conflict that the main character was having was, do I stay in this job or not? Like, how am I giving back to my community? Like, I don't know. I just thought it was really funny and I really liked it.
Interesting. It sounds interesting. Probably not gonna watch it, but it does sound interesting.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, watch this fool. Have you seen this fool?
Yeah, but only the first season though.
Yeah.
The first season's the only one I've seen. There's 2 seasons only, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no more?
No.
That's it? It's over?
No, they got canceled. They always cancel the good ones.
Let's see, when we make the Kate movie, that guy's gonna play Jonathan.
That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Which one?
The main actor.
The non-profit guy or the cholo guy?
No, the non-profit
guy.
He's a bit tall, but yeah, it can work.
Yeah.
He's too tall for Jonathan?
He's a little tall, yeah.
Yeah,
to play Jonathan.
He's gonna be Jonathan. You got this.
Because he got that annoying.
We're just gonna have to make him like just
like crouched out.
Give him the hunch.
Like the funny thing is
like this out. We shouldn't talk shit.
You won't hear it.
I don't know.
That's true. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I was like, maybe not talk shit.
You know what? Every time I talk shit about somebody, I go, "It's okay. I love you, Jonathan," and then it's okay. You know, edit, no problem. Just say you love him.
But they don't. Yeah, but they don't know me that well. It's very. That's very. I don't know. I think it's really easy to be like, this bitch.
I mean, it's easier, but it's not as much fun.
Now, we want to talk about shit now.
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
what are we talking about now?
What are we talking about next? Who are we talking about next? Holy shit! It's been like an hour and 20 minutes. All right, I think we're almost up. Or do you want to give me? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I think, for it being our debut with this system, I think it worked.
Right.
Yeah, I think you guys let me know if you want me to come back on.
No, anytime.
Keep talking shit and then force you to edit it out.
We could have an audience on this thing apparently, and we could have like in the chat. You put stuff on the chat earlier. We could have people chatting it up.
Jonathan complaining about
so dangerous, yeah. Like a live stream?
Yeah, eventually, like stuff like that. Not right now, I'm not saying but eventually.
Well, I did say that thing, right? Where I was doing a deep dive trying to find out how old Jean was.
Oh man.
She read it.
She's old.
Oh.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
Her, I know, won't listen to this podcast, so.
I'm gonna send it to her.
Do it. Did I tell you that I found out she still flies planes?
No. I don't know what to make of that. Like, isn't there a point where like they take your driver's license away?
I think you can still see and you can still
Yes, I mean it's a driver's license for fly a plane is different.
She's got to be fucking immortal, guys. Yeah, like that's the only fucking explanation.
She drains her.
She's got to be fucking immortal.
She drains her husbands.
I cannot confidently dispute that.
They're all dead.
Yeah. Oh, mysterious circumstances. Mm-hmm. And then she's still alive. How do you explain that?
I don't know. The last one just kind of got old and died of a disease.
Yeah.
She gave him.
She gave him cancer.
Well,
but how old is she?
Well, I did the math. So she graduated college in 1968. So she's got to be like 80 something, right?
Is her mom's not alive, is she?
That's I heard.
Dude, her mom was alive.
Don't tell me her mom is alive.
Her mom was alive 20 years ago. I don't know that for sure. I met her mom
20 years ago.
No, I remember her mom was old as fucking shit back then. But tell me her mom has died.
I have no idea.
Could tell you. You have to find it.
I have so many follow-up questions. If her mom is still alive.
Hey, you want to go meet Mean Jean? Let's go meet her.
Let's go interview her.
Let's go interview. on a podcast.
I just, it's just, she has to be old. Like, I need you guys to find out if her mom is still alive.
That's
all right. I'll ask.
Because I'm pretty sure they're immortal.
If Jean is like 80-something years old, right? So her mom was probably in that era, like when they would have kids really young.
20s.
So she could be like 100 and still be alive.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm low key feeling like her mom is still alive.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, for sure.
That means her and her mom have outlived all of their husbands.
Well, some people just have that, right? The genes where like they just like
live forever.
Fucking die, yeah. Like
they're all discombobulated and stuff, but they're still kicking.
Fucking turtles and shit.
Yeah. Turtles, they live into 1,000 years old. Hey, you know the Galapagos turtle just had a baby?
Jean is a Galapagos turtle.
And Sandy's her baby.
I've seen the picture of like the Galapagos turtle, or like a turtle with a baby turtle as a hat.
Oh, that's adorable.
Not important, but
no. Isn't the whole Earth on a big turtle?
Turtles all the way down.
Yeah, right.
On top of 4
yeah. That's how we're traveling through space.
Well-known fact.
I'm okay with that.
Like, what do you call those people? Like not like flat earthers? Do we like fucking turtle earther, or like like you believe that shit?
Well, I mean, it's kind of, that one is less. It's one of those things. I don't know. I've never met anyone that actually believes that, but I think it's more. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, how do I say this without sounding like an asshole?
Do it.
It's akin to like when you meet people who
are into it,
really believe in creation stories, right?
That's one of them.
It's a creation story, right? And so if it's the story that everybody told you and everyone around you believes that story, right? It's like people who believe in like the Judeo-Christian origin story of humans, right? There's people that you can negotiate the facts with them where they can kind of accept that, like, oh, like this is probably just a metaphor for how shit actually happened, and that's fine. And I can go and I can have those two ideas in my head.
Yeah.
And then there's people that are like, no, that's how it happened. I might as well have been there, and they argue with that kind of conviction. So I think somewhere out there's probably someone that is looking for scientific proof that we're all in a turtle. Just like there's, people that are like, no, I mean, I know we're not in a turtle, but it's a cool story. Like,
I mean,
flat earthers building their own rocket ship.
Would we be able to like go to the South Pole and look up and we would see the turtle, right?
No, because there's an ice wall.
No, we're on the turtle. So there's in that like sequence, there's no world.
Yeah, there's ice wall.
Oh, you can't see the turtle?
No, it's ice wall.
Oh.
Ice wall.
Oh.
Come on, man. Get with it. I thought you were on it.
You know what's fascinating? I just learned this. That the Vatican has told people the shit in the Bible didn't happen. They're all fucking, what do you call them?
Stories? Fictitious?
Not fictitious, but like it's like morals.
Aesop stories?
Yeah, that's heavily.
Parables.
The Vatican has officially told people that.
Yeah.
Like they've had to tell people that. Like that's interesting to me because I always thought like
it's law.
No, yeah, I always thought like if you were that high up in the church, you have to fucking believe that shit happened, right?
No, no,
dude. The high ups in the Vatican are like the most educated ones around.
Yeah, they don't believe they don't really believe.
But then you can't tell people like, hey,
how else are you gonna get their money? How else are you gonna get their obedience, their ignorance? Come on. It's the biggest fucking mindfuck since the government.
Like, if that's the case, why would they tell them it's not real?
See, well, we gotta get China to fucking come out and say, look, this $1 million church, I could get it to you for 59 cents over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. No, it's money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Like, what was it? Kevin Smith was complaining about how like everyone keeps sending him pictures from the Vatican. And the Vatican gift shop, they sell Buddy Christ bobbleheads, and they keep telling him like, you should sue the Vatican, you should sue that. And he had this funny line when he goes, I'm pretty sure Jesus is a public domain character.
Huh. Okay.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can't copyright Jesus.
You can't go right, Jesus.
So you can make stories of Jesus, huh?
Oh, you always could.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's why there's Jesus Vampire Hunter, and
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
Jesus and the dinosaurs, and
Yeah.
Jesus and Sasquatch.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Should do like an anime Jesus, right? But they have those big swords. Where it's the fucking cross.
Like Trigun.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, the Easter memes this last time were pretty lit.
I didn't see any this year.
Oh.
No.
Well, it's funny. A friend of mine, her niece asked her grandma about what's Easter, and she told her like, oh, it's when Jesus came back to life, and she's like, oh, so what's the deal with the rabbit then? And her grandma was like, I don't know. And so she said, oh, did the rabbit help him get out of the cave? And I said, yes.
Help them burrow.
Yeah, that is my new fucking headcanon.
Yeah. Peter Cottontail helped Jesus get out of the hole. I mean, she's gonna grow
What
up
the fuck is
living.
to do with the rabbit though?
No, it's just the Santa Claus. Like, it's just something we fucking made up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Santa Claus, it's like the whole story. It's like I think it's like a Mongolian story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, somehow, like, somebody traced it back, right? With the reindeers and the red hats and the da-da-da-da. But how did we get the rabbit? Like,
I have no. Oh, what do the eggs have to do with anything?
It's something about spring, hatching, new rebirth,
Maybe.
Jesus.
Like, I remember I said the same story about how, like, years ago, Joanna's grandmother had a picture. She put it on during Christmas Day, and it was Santa Claus kneeling in front of the baby Jesus.
You giving no gift?
And like, he was just kneeling there. Like, and I was looking at that picture. I'm like, that's confusing. And she's like, why? I go, because Santa Claus exists because of Christmas. And Christmas exists because Jesus was born. So is Santa Claus time traveling? Like, he was already old. He was already full Santa Claus, right?
Holy shit, man. Well, why can't we say Jesus was one of the wise men?
I forget. It was Santa Claus.
wait, no, Santa was one of the wise men.
Yeah. No, we could say.
I mean,
And he ate the other two? Like, why is there only one instead of three? Like,
he outlived them.
he outlived.
He's the one that gave him gold for some reason.
Oh, he's the one that gave him myrrh.
Remember?
Myrrh, yeah.
This is a terrible gift for a baby.
Yeah, who the hell gives a kid a Frankenstein?
That's a B movie right there.
You give him a Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Jesus,
Jesus.
But then in the end, like, the Frankenstein just turns, like, socialist and, like, helps Jesus, like, spread his word and wine. And everyone's just like, oh, he's not so bad after all.
Yeah. And then the twist.
Maybe we shouldn't have judged.
Is Frankenstein gets crucified.
Why?
He takes the place of Jesus.
I don't like this.
And then you just go into the future and everybody has, like, keychains of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Like a handsome Frankenstein on their, like, wall. Like a buff Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Yeah. They all built their religions around Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm. Like freaking Monty Python is what do they call it? Dr. Frankenstein?
Oh, Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah.
Frankenstein, yeah, that one.
And then they're like, so he's on the he's crucified, right? He gets hit by lightning, comes back to life.
Whoa. Peter Boyle, eat your heart out, man.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, see?
I'm doing it. We're doing it.
And all because of why you changed one little thing. The wise men brought him a Frankenstein.
If this could be so popular that we change religion, you don't understand, man. It'd be awesome.
I mean, people are in a time of need right now. If you can find somebody to unify humanity, Enrique, I mean...
not just that. I mean, people love Halloween. They love to be spooktified. So,
people would buy a crucifix with Frankenstein on it, right?
Yeah. It's electrifying, too. You know? That's also like a mosquito swatter.
Wait, you lost me. What?
Because electrified.
It's a cross with Frankenstein on it that's also a mosquito zapper.
Oh.
I need one of those.
But I'm touch.
All right, so it's an hour and a half.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Jesus, done.
Jesus Frankenstein.
It might not end up being that long actually if you edit out a bunch of the ums and a bunch of like dead space and me getting dinner and us messing around in the beginning and
That's what I'm saying. It's probably still going to be over an hour, but it's not going to be an hour.
About Jonathan.
We're leaving that in.
We're already talking shit about him, right?
We talk shit about him every other week here, dude. So come on. I love you, Jonathan. See what I did there? See what I did there?
Get a sandwich with 2 compliments. Like, he's so amazing. Just a little short. But we love him. So great.
You're going to be a great podcaster, dude. You got it.
Oh, after we're done, I gotta confirm with you.
Off the record? Okay.
Off the record.
Because I know this person.
Well, let's stop the recording and then we can talk
some
more shit.
All right. I'm not going to be here this weekend, but this weekend we're having Free Comic Book Day. Okay, and this is the plug for the weekend, I guess, for the week. So
is this one going to go out in time for that announcement to make sense?
Yeah. This comes out next weekend. Next Wednesday. So, and that weekend is Comic Book Day.
Yeah, okay.
So if people listen to it right now, this weekend at Nostalgic, free comic books, come down, bring your grandma, let me say hi to her, and then we'll see where that goes. Yeah, and then while she works on it, Miedo Spooky Pod, we'll keep you posted, and we'll see how that goes.
If she needs a kickstart, this dude Kojak.
Yeah, we can. I got no problem. I would love to rewatch Kojak all over again.
Let's find it, because it used to be on Netflix.
It's on Peacock.
Yeah. Peacock's free.
Okay, well.
And you gotta learn how to whistle.
Peacock app.
I can't do the whistle.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I can't whistle for shit.
Yeah.
I see if we can find the movie and send you a link to it.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be my homework.
All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
And to anyone still listening, thank you very much. Thank you, Marisol, for helping us with our first international podcast. All across the way from California to California.
Yeah.
All right, and anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it. All right, thank you very much, and bye.
Bye.
All right, then stop it. We're gonna stop it, but we're still here. It's stopping.
Just stop record.
Yeah.